Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Ryan, here from the Nostalgia Factor, and today, guys, I figured I would do another video for you nostalgics. Today, I wanted to do a quick little top 5 video for you guys. Again, I know this isn't the usual setup that I usually have, but again, this is just a quick little video that I wanted to put out for you. So today, guys, I'm going to go over my top 5 PS1 wants. These are PS1 games that I'd love to get my hands on, because as you guys know, I love old games, I collect old games, and yeah, these are just 5 games that I'm really hoping to get my hands on that happen to be on the PS1. So let's get started. Number 5 on my list is Tekken 2. The reason that I want to get a hold of Tekken 2 is if you guys saw my Instagram where I post pictures of different games that I get my hands on, as well as what I do outside of YouTube, which, by the way, if you want to follow me on Instagram, my name will be in the description down below. You guys can go and follow me if you want to. The reason I want to get a hold of Tekken 2 is I have Tekken 1 and 3 that I've recently gotten and put on Instagram, and I have in my collection right now. I do have a copy of Tekken 2, but unfortunately, the disc is probably scratched to heck. Or hell, whatever, and the case only has the back part of it. It doesn't have the front cover, and it doesn't have the booklet with it. With me, when I get old physical I like to get old physical copies of games, so, you know, when it doesn't have all the stuff and the game might not work, I kind of want to get a replacement for it, so it's not like an urgent one. That's why it's like at number 5 and not like number 1 or anything, but yeah, Tekken 2 would probably be my number 5. Number 4 on my list is actually Medieval for the PS1. So the reason that I want to get a hold of Medieval for the PS1 is the game looks absolutely amazing. For PS1 standards, it looks like it has really great graphics, really amazing music, and a really riveting story that drives you as the hero of the story who's basically given praise for something he didn't do, and he's shunned by everybody else for taking credit for something he didn't do, which wasn't even his fault in the first place. But it feels like you have a really great redeeming character arc going on for the character you're playing as, Sir Daniel Fortescue, going to defeat an evil warlock to prove yourself to be the hero that everybody thought you were, even though it was a fabricated story. So it has a really great storyline, I feel. Graphics look really great, and the Victorian-era music for taking place back in medieval times, looks and sounds like an amazing experience to me, and that's why I want to get a hold of Medieval. Number 3 on my PS1 list is Ape Escape. Now, this game in particular, I actually haven't heard of until recently. I'd say about a month or two ago, I actually found out this game even existed. And from what I've seen from reviews and gameplay, the game looks pretty good, especially for the PS1, with a really great and funny plotline of stopping an evil monkey from taking over the world, going through different time periods and catching monkeys. All the different gadgets and gameplay elements that you have with the game look great on the PS1. And like I said, the graphics and the musical art style this game has it just looks great. Like, for as far as simple yet funny aesthetic plots go, with an open world area, great combat, music, gadgets, and detail, Ape Escape seems to have all that, and that seems like a game that I would want to play. So, Ape Escape's number 3. Number 2 on my PS1 wants list is Resident Evil 2. I do have Resident Evil 1, I actually have it right over here. Resident Evil is a series that I actually never really got into until pretty recently. It's a classic PS1 staple, and the first Resident Evil is a classic in my eyes. I honestly think that's the definitive version of the game that you should play if you want to start getting into the series, because it has so many things going for it. But Resi 2 seems like a really great game that has a great musical art style like before. The atmosphere really fits the horror genre. It has a better plot, in my opinion, with better voice acting, for sure. Improved graphics, because, you know, it did come after Resident Evil 1, that's to be expected. But all in all, though, it's a definitive horror experience for killing zombies, killing monsters, and working your way through this zombie apocalypse that's going on in this city. And it has some pretty riveting characters, and it establishes pretty much the rest of the series after Resi 1. So all in all, Resident Evil 2, definitely want to get a hold of someday. My number 1 PS1 want may not surprise some of you guys, but it's a game that I have been anxious to get and play for a little while now. That is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. What can I say about this game that hasn't been said already, that for the reasons that I want to get it? I've seen so many reviews, I've watched a facts list on this game, I've seen gameplay. The music sounds amazing. The graphics for the PS1 look amazing for a 2D side-scroller adventure game. This game, what can I say about it? The characters are memorable, the plot's interesting, the art style looks amazing, and the music score is so legendary, with a combination of jazz, rock and roll, classical music. It just all sounds great, and I would love to get Castlevania There's a reason why it's regarded as one of the best video games of all time, because of all the elements that were included in the game, and just overall how amazing it is, especially comparing it to the first 2 games in the series up to that point. The game is not only rare, but it's also really expensive. From what I gather, it's the regular Black Label version is valued about $140 last time I checked, and the Greatest Hits version is about $80. A local game store in my area does have Castlevania Symphony of the Night, funnily enough, for $75. Now, at the time of this recording, I don't have it, but I may end up getting it. I'm very, very tempted to, because I've looked elsewhere online, and it's super expensive. I think on Amazon it's like $250. So, again, all in all, I don't know. Getting a game like that, or that game in particular, would be a little bit of an investment because of how classic it is, because of the rarity of it and whatnot. So, but all in all, though, regardless, I want to get the hold of this game someday, and that is my current #1 PS1 want. And that's it for my list, guys. Hopefully you nostalgics did enjoy today's video. This has been my personal list. Let me know what you guys think of this in the comment section down below. If you guys agree with me on my list, if you guys have your own top 5 list, not just for the PS1, but for video games in general, old or new. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy this video, give it a big old like, and subscribe if you want to catch our future gaming videos that we will be having here on the channel. And that's all for me. I've been Ryan from the Nostalgia Factor, and until next time, guys, keep on gaming.